Alright guys, working on I'm going to say Chopin Polonaise. He's famous for his Polonaises. But a Bach Polonaise. A Polonaise is just a type of dance they had back then. It sounds something like this. Okay, something like that. I flood my left hand a little bit, but I'll clean it up as we learn it. Alright, so a Polonaise just has that, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum rhythm. And hello, I'm Sean Cheek. Welcome to my SeanCheek.com piano lessons. I've always put the free part 1 on YouTube, and the rest of the lessons for this piece are on my website, SeanCheek.com, with many other lessons. In fact, if you have trouble at all reading music, I have a sight reading boot camp series on my website that's designed to jumpstart you into reading music a lot better than you do. So you can use that as a supplement to these lessons if you have trouble reading music. But a Polonaise just has the bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum rhythm, and it's always in 3/4. A lot of the dances were in 3/4 and 3, minuets, waltzes, that sort of thing. So let's get started. We have here. You can also on the site download your PDF, so you can see the music. Okay, so not only can you see the video and watch the video of me teaching you, but you can print out a page of the music here to look at. So we're going to start in the key of G minor. So we need to take a look at the key signature. We have 2 flats in the key signature. That means we're going to have B and E as our flats. Automatically, anytime we run into that letter on the keyboard, we're going to flat all the E's, all the B's. Okay? Now we'll also see some sharps and maybe some flats and naturals within the piece. Those are called accidentals, like this sharp right here. That's not part of the key signature, okay? It's just, we do it, of course, but it's not part of the key signature. Alright, so we're in the key of G minor, and let's take a look at the first notes here. We start off with a G in both hands. Now I'm going to assume you can read music a little bit already, so I'm not going to write in all the notes here. Again, if you have trouble reading music, do the Sight Reading Boot Camp series on my website to get you reading music faster and easier. Alright, we go G, A, B flat, and then we're going to go A, F sharp, G, and then we have E flat. Now the rhythm here, we have 2 16ths and then an 8. That rhythm always goes 1 E, N, 2 E, N, 3 E, N, 4 E, N, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum. Okay, so it's bum, 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 ba, ba, bum. Fingerings are optional. Editors just put what they think they might finger that as. You don't have to start on a 3. I hate starting on a 3. With that, I would start on a 2 or a 1. But anyway, G, A, B flat, and then A, F sharp, G, and then an E flat there. So ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. Okay? G, A, B flat, A, F sharp, G, E flat. Then the left hand's going to do the exact same thing, an octave lower. G, A, B flat, A, F sharp, G, E flat. So that's an E flat there. G, A, B flat, and then A, F sharp, G, E flat. We put hands together. Okay, so we got that measure, right? And this is a quarter note, lasts the whole count. 1 and 2 and 3 and ba, ba, ba. Now this measure is exactly the same, except for the last note is going to be a D instead of an E flat. Okay, on both hands. So starting right here, we have G, A, B flat, A, F sharp, G, D. So let's put measure 1 and measure 2 together, okay? Ready and go, and. Good, alright, let's go to the third measure. A little more complicated on this measure here. We're going to start with the right hand. We notice we start with a D. Okay? And then here we have thirds, or we have 2 Ds in a row, right? 2 Ds and then a G. And then here we have thirds. And again, I'm not going to write in all the letters because you're supposed to be able to read music at this point. A little bit at least. E flat to C. So the first we have D, D, G, bum, 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 D, D, G. And then up there we have C and E flat together. and then we move the whole third down. These are called parallel thirds. They're all thirds, and thirds just mean the distance apart, okay? And they're parallel because they both move down, move in one direction. So C to E flat, and then we go down to B flat and D, and then we go down to A and C for the third one, and then the last one is G and B flat. So if we look at these four right here, we go again. Now if we put this in front of it, okay, remember the rhythm on that is bum, bum, bum. Okay, I like to play it staccato, sort of. Now let's look at the left hand there. In that measure, we have a B flat and a G. It's a sixth. B flat and G right there is middle C, so we're right B flat and G. And then we have two C's after that. Now, I like to write little vertical lines between where the hands play together. It helps. Okay, so let's try this measure starting right here at a slow tempo. And go. Alright, now let's try the whole line. Let's start at the very beginning and go that far. And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Alright, let's continue on in this free part 1. I'll give you a little more, a few measures. Right here we're going to have some more thirds in the right hand, F sharp and A. Okay, F sharp and A. The F sharp's an accidental. Okay, so we're going to play that. We're going to play it again here. See, that's the same thing. The F sharp and the A accidentals last the whole measure. So since this was F sharp, this one is too. They're both sharp. Okay, so and this is an F sharp as well. 1 and 2 and then that's a D there. So F sharp and A, and then you have G and B flat there. Now let's look at the left hand. We have a D, and that is tied. So sometimes I'll put a little X there so you know not to play it again. And then right here, starting with a C, we have C, D, E natural, and then F sharp right here. And then back to E natural on this note, and then back to F sharp on that one, and then we're at a D on this one. So we start right here. We have D, C, D, E, F sharp, B, F sharp, B. Let's do it again. 1 and 2. Okay? Now let's put hands together slowly. Put your little lines in here. If you're pausing, that's okay. Pauses are okay as long as you're hitting the right notes. Okay, starting right here. And go. 1 and 2. Let's do it again, a little slower. 1 and 2. Okay, now these two measures right here are exactly the same as the first two measures we did there. Okay, on my scribbling. But they're the same thing, okay? So starting right here, it's exactly the same thing. So now let's play the whole thing again. Maybe I'll play it a little better this time than I did the first time through. So starting at the very beginning, and go. Finish it on SeanCheek.com. Talk to you guys later.